I mean, it's a nice hero this game. Very nice hero this game.
Well, with that Leshrac pick, it means we are going to finally see the lineups, the full drafts, and it does also mean that we get to have a conversation with Mike and John.
Oh
so we'll bring them back in.
Hey,
Hello.
cuties.
Here is Raven. Could not get the Tidebringer hit to connect. So no cleave damage on Ryu will mean no kill. Again, the Beastmaster just not having a very good time. As top lane now, they've got to chase onto Aston with the Cinder Brew. They can burn right through the refraction. DJ to pick
in this lane for Neon's not that high, and it's just not ideal because they're forced to swap the Weaver down bot, the Monkey King top. I think ideally you'd want that the other way around, have a Weaver scooching about.
Oh, Shackles out. Top lane, Jing. He's going to try with the Boundless, but or maybe with the Mischief. Does get a bit of a juke on some of the damage, and in fact, DJ, the Dominator, you feel a lot more confident though as Ryu, and I believe he might actually have it coming out right now. Surely not this early, as top lane, Jing, does actually kill off jabs on the Brewmaster.
Yeah, not quite there, Beng.
Yeah, he's going to try and Sakuchi away, but they've already got so much Shadow Poison on him, and Raven does want to take the kill. Still Enryu going to try and trade. Should be able to get Genuo, but he's going quite deep for this. He does pick him up. Raven unable to try and punish Enryu as the X1.
Around in the early game, you know, you want him to hit level 8 very fast. You want to max out your Edict. You want to shove in a tower. With a slowdown from the mid, it feels like Neon's not going to have much to play with to follow through from their Beastmaster. And speaking of, Enryu.
Yeah, he's in big trouble. Still trying to run. Raven might just need one more swipe, and he's got the vision thanks to Genuel. In the meantime, a Beng does at least trade there with the Shadow Demon, and now a Beng wants to keep going onto Raven. In fact, they've got Jing around to try and help out. Raven, though, he's going to armlet toggle the best he can. Torrent is there, Raven. He's going to go for the fight. Jing, he'll have the Jingu to proc with the Boundless. He'll keep going, but Raven, no, he can't armlet toggle that time. He's going to drop, and now Jabs rotates around, gives the high five to a Beng as the Sakuchi
Side of Neon. Still, Fnatic looking to play forward, are scouting out the triangle.
Yeah, Raw is there onto Armel, but a disruption out from Januel to avoid the split earth. There's now the static link is out, but Armel, he's still surrounded. There's just so many heroes, but now the neutral creep. It stuns all three of them. As Jabs will move in with the primal split, trying to go for more. He's onto Enryu. In the meantime, Jabs just holding, or rather DJ, holding down a Beng. They will get Enryu down, but DJ is going to drop. Still, they'll find a Beng as a trade. So it's a bit of a messy scenario in this dire triangle. And while that was happening, mid lane, Avatar Mode's being chased down by Jabs. The Cinder Brew is still ticking away, but it's not going to be quite enough. Plasma Field, however, going to connect right on the outer edge, and now Jing, he tried to help out. He's going to get the Wukongs out to try and protect himself as Armel. He's taking so much damage, but he barely gets out in time with the Plasma Field once again. It's not going to connect Jing. It's still going to drop in the end anyway.
And counteract that movement from Fnatic.
More of a group up here top lane from Fnatic, but bot lane, there's a bigger group up going on here between Fnatic and obneon. The numbers are lacking though. Fnatic, they're going to get this Kunkka rolled up, so Raven, he needs a bit of help. He'll go for the X out onto Enryu. In the meantime, Avatar Mode and a Beng going to move in onto that Shadow Demon, taking down one, but Enryu, he got left behind. They forget about the Beastmaster. They lose a big target as now DJ's rotated with a great ward setup out onto Avatar Mode. Again, the Shaman just setting up. He'll go down in the end, but he's already got his job done. Jing now, he'll try to run, but it's not going to work out for him. In fact, Raven, he had the X out onto the Weaver, and they just wiped them out. Oh, obneon, it was a nice start, but it's just not good enough. The tier 1 is going to remain going down here from Fnatic's end of things. And now the reinitiation back up towards top lane. Raven, he found Jing. The Monkey King has been caught out. With the Hex out from DJ, there's no way Jing's getting out of this one. Does get shackled up, and that's going to be an easy Monkey King kill for Raven.
Aggression hasn't been the quickest, despite Raven not farming as much. Because of the kills coming through, he's compensating. I think it's still important for Neon to get that build up on that TA, but they are applying pressure onto mid.
Genuel going to move in. Raven, he'll be around the Plasma Field to give the vision, and the boat to fly out. Raven, he'll have plenty of damage. You lose Genuel, but it's well worth the trade. That's your mid Leshrac going down for absolutely naught. Zabang, still dusted up, is trying to get himself out as Raven. He's trying to get in range to get the X off, and eventually does. Keep in mind, he does have time-lapse available, so he might find a way out here, and it looks like there's going to be no dust available from Raven anyway. So he'll be just fine. In the meantime, DJ does get caught out here by Jing. He'll go for the Hex out into the shackles, but eventually should die and will. So here comes Armel to try and trade with this Monkey King. And with the static link out, you're not really going to have much damage here from Jing. So he will slowly be sapped away at by Armel. It's still a very decent trade.
And they have the Desolator up on Asta. So this is the moment where Neon can look to force a fight, find a pick-off, go straight into Roshan, and take that early objective.
Roar out Raven, that's a big target, and they've got the Deso up, so they blow him up. Great pick up there from Enryu and Asta. And hell, maybe now you just rush Roshan.
Yeah, nothing to stop you. The Kunk is a big part of that fight. They do not have split as well on jab, so this is a very hard engage for them. They are in the area though.
Well, balance off the mark, but a nice trap there, slowing down 3. His jabs out of position. In they go. Jing looking to move in. So is Asta. Who have they got? So far, nobody is DJ. He's the one initiating onto a Bing and actually gets himself out. In the meantime, though, jabs. He has dropped Asta, but now Armel, he can move right in onto this TA, but does he have the damage output? He's gone too far. Now, Genuel, he'll be left behind on the Shadow Demon. And obneon, they're looking to fight back. They'll get a successful team fight their way, and now they can just reinitiate back into the Roshan pit. That's exactly what they're planning. Torrent's off the mark. Asta, he's got plenty of damage for this Roshan. They still aren't in. So Roshan will go the way of obneon, but Fnatic, they might still force the fight as they've got the Leshrac and the X. Yules will save, however. Jabs, he's still going to go for the split. He's still trying, but Jing's going to have a great Wukong's command out, and that'll zone the rest of Fnatic away from this team fight. So Jabs will once again try, but it seems like nobody... Oh, Jabs ends up getting taken down by Avatar mode, just going way too far. And now Januel, he'll be another to drop, and suddenly obneon are just looking a hell of a lot better.
Shadow Shaman can do a little bit of work. You do have the blink up here on DJ Mike, so he could look to set up once more. No BKB, that's still a bit far off. No Ag Shard as well, although...
X out, they've got the Monkey King, but Armel, he's copying so much damage, and he's just gonna drop. obneon, they take down the mid lane of Fnatic instantaneously. Now they can just go and creeps at it though. There's really no risk in this for obneon.
Yeah, very risk-free. The side of Fnatic are still looking to force this fight though.
They're under vision. And the Hawk's right there, so they know exactly where they are. Disruption will buy a bit of time here for Januel, but not quite enough. A nice boat, though. They're going to try and aim down a Bing. It seems like, in fact, never mind. They want Jing, but Armel, he's copying a lot of damage. In the meantime, DJ's been controlled up. Avatar mode takes him down. Jing, he does finally drop, but at what cost? It's Fnatic now, just trying to find their own way out. We'll lose Armel to a Bing. And Jabs is still running. As they do find the Weaver for a see if they can find a couple stragglers here from obneon. It could work out for them. Still nobody getting spotted quite yet. The Ben gonna try and move back into the triangle, might be the target. So they have seen Enryu as well, but now the smoke has been broken, so Enryu just blink right out of there and now maybe reinitiate. obneon, they are grouping up again. Mel again being targeted. He does have the BKB. He'll try to find a target as they are focusing down Jing on this Monkey King, but within the Wukong's command, everyone's falling. They might eventually get him. And Jing does finally drop. But they've lost Armel in the formation for the team. Full Daedalus out now for the TA means even more damage from Asta. This is when the TA feels really, really scary. It's that one-shot potential. In the meantime, Jabs, great boundless strike out from Jing, cancelling off the TP, and Jab's gonna get the tip out as Enryu just throws the roar immediately onto the beast, or rather the Brewmaster.
The Leshrac quite well. And their win conditions just in a steady position. 5k above Raven almost. Your TA just rips through all of these heroes like it's butter, basically. And the side of Fnatic, again, it just feels like they're not durable enough.
Yeah, he's been caught out again. Jing just doing a great job. Armel, he's just tipping right out of there. He knows what's coming. DJ, he'll be left behind to try and deal with Jing, but he just can't do it. I mean, I guess on the brighter side, you get the Razor out, but...
Still not pretty safe. Avatar mode has a rough idea as to where he is.
Oh, they had the Hawk vision the whole time. It's going to be another great setup from Enryu. Avatar mode, he'll have a laugh to himself as Armel's just having a very challenging game. Can they push high ground, John? He'll be okay, but it's just kind of funny to watch.
Yep. Neon, they've got this opportunity to smoke. If they find a pick off, that could be another set of racks, maybe in the Megas.
Oh, another roll round again, and Ryu setting up onto a primary target, though there is a disruption to save. Jing is there with the Wukongs, and now with the split earth, it's a perfect setup. Jabs is going to drop, DJ's in trouble, he's been caught out, and he will be the second to fall as Asta is falling low. They might be able to get the Aegis, and they will. But the Rax is being taken as we speak by obneon. Fnatic, they're still going to try and move in and get this POS 1 TA down. Asta, he's still at the BKB, 4-staffing away, but it's not going to be enough. This time they have got him. Mel, who do they run into though? Enryu is around DJ. He's in. He's got the Hex out with the wards down, but the Boundless Strike is there from Jing to try and turn this one around. Enryu, he's BKB TPing away, and he's going to make it out. They cannot take him down in time. His Avatar mode, he does take down Genuel, but the buybacks are going to fly in. Shackles out onto the Weaver, but Avatar, he's got DJ dead. Mel, all they can do is TP away, but they've got the Yule Scepter to cancel it off. It's just a mess. What do you do? I mean, obneon, they just go high ground now.
Yep. Just go for that last lane of racks. Pressure some tier 4s. No buyback on our Mel. It's a pretty tough time. I mean, it did look like they got a good angle. Just they lacked the damage to really burst anyone in that catch. And Neon, again, they're just too far ahead. Like, high ground's not going to take too long at all.
Asta again with the Hurricane Pike. Not going to work out this time thanks to the disruption of Genuel, but they've got what they really wanted. Roar out as well. Raven, he's the big target. They've got the stuns out. They've got so much control. Raven, he'll try to boat, but it's not going to be enough. He gets taken down, and, well, he does have buyback, but I think it's just better you call the GG, and that's exactly what Fnatic do. obneon successfully pushed back to a game number 3. And while game 1 looked very dominant for Fnatic, John, obneon, they were all over this game too.
Oh yeah, this is the Neonot we see sometimes winning out in a big way in the Pro Series. They play really aggressive, they play around vision really well, they get comfort heroes out for their newer players. Asta and the TAs perform spectacularly when we do see that picked up, and you can see how happy they are with Jing. Like, he performs amazingly well in the Monkey King. I am happy to say, Mike, as you know, from the same city. And I think Neon, Neon, when you do give them these heroes that give them the vision that allows them to play aggressively while setting up for Asta, they'll take it. And I think that's something Fnatic's got to be